Finally, how are you?
Hello. How are you?
Everything well there?
Everything's okay. Yeah, everything's good. We're
Yeah,
still sitting at home. It's good to hear
yeah,
about you guys finally starting to go outside a little bit.
yeah. For that, I told you here, in Italy in May we have like summer. The weather is better than many other countries in Europe. And from Monday, our governor, of Italian, tell to the people we are in phase 2. For that, the people can go outside. Of course, bars and the restaurants are closed yet. You can just for takeaway make the things.
Yeah.
But the people can go in the park with the babies. They can go with the children out. I saw some kids to play between them soccer, and it's something strange. And
Yeah.
after 60 days, we was closed. Uh, Now we have all the students who are in the beach because here in Comacchio we have the beach where they are going to running with the bicycle, and but it's good, because probably it's a good hope for all people.
Yes, I mean, you guys were so brave. I feel so bad for the entire Italy. It's relatively small country and you guys were hit so hard, but you guys are amazing. You keep going and you listen and you stayed home, and I'm happy that you guys get to go and fresh air and kids can play. And
Yeah,
I just hope a little bit older kids are smarter, and don't do crazy things, and
yeah.
stay maintain the distance and have fun, but be smart and safe.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, the civic life, because we have a little bit afraid who people, if they stay so near between them, restart again the same
Of
thing,
course. Yeah.
and that's really bad. Praticamente, appunto, ci siamo detti che qua un po' la situazione sta cambiando, siamo già nella fase 2 e lei dice che si è molto contenta anche perché è un piccolo paese, ne abbiamo sofferto tanto, perciò ce l'abbiamo fatta e adesso recuperiamo tutto. Last time we spoke about a little bit about how you start. When you tell me you start, in Tbilisi, in state of Georgia, then you go with a scholarship in Joffrey Ballet School. Then from there you start your life, your ballerina's life. We spoke about your husband too. He's a dancer, and how is the life between two dancers. And we spoke about your first variation in with like a principal role. You tell me
Yeah.
at 17, you danced Romeo and Juliet with Jason Rayleigh of Stuttgart Ballet, and that was the experience, the first one, like a principal role.
Yeah.
Then the internet wasn't so nice for that, we locked down.
Yeah.
And I would like to continue with some questions to you in this way. We have our students, after I save it in this way, other students can show the interview, because I told you many of them now are outside after 60 days. They don't want to enter more at home. But
Yeah.
that's not a big problem. Then I save it. I make it in Facebook too. In this way, many people saw it. And I need it because, we are doing the biggest collection of the user point shoot in the world. We spoke together. I have your poster too. But when I meet you personally, I hope you do the scene up and have your points. In this way, we can do this. What we are doing, the collection like museum of the dance, and where we put all the principal dancers of the biggest theater in the world. Let's start with some other question. In this way, we understand a little bit your personality, okay?
Okay.
Before we close, I told you I do some questions like 2 options. You just choose one. I don't
Right.
know if you remember. We just spoke about summer and winter. Tell me summer.
Yes.
Uh, then mountain or beach?
I said beach.
Beach. Okay. Your preferred singer? Did
My
you have a
favorite
preferred singer?
singer.
See, your
Oh,
favorite
no.
singer and the song?
It's hard to pick one. I have so
Okay.
many. But if I had to pick one, I love Nina Simone.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Cinema or live concert?
Live concert.
You like more the dancers who are disciplined or the dancers who are crazy?
Oh, I love all kind of dancers. The ones that absolutely have to dance. I love those. You
Okay,
know, that they don't give themselves a choice. It's just what they are, how they are.
okay, that's great. Passa due or pas de deux or a solo?
Pas de deux.
Pas de deux. Okay. You wear sweet or elegant daily?
Elegant. Elegant.
Elegant. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Okay. TV series or movies?
Uy. Movies.
Movies. And did you have some movie last of those months who you like so much, and we can show it? You know, suggestion for a movie.
Suggested movie. You know, I've sat at home, watched lots of movies. I still like old movies. Like I love Roman Holidays. I love anything with Audrey Hepburn is my favorite. Can't go wrong. Old classic.
Okay. I think my wife liked her too so much. That it's great. You like more sunrise or sunset?
You know, I like sunrise, but to be honest, I have seen more sunsets in my life.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta. Dog or cat? I saw you have a dog for that, probably.
Dog. I'm a dog person.
Okay. Running or bicycle?
Running.
Running. You go to run usually, or you do more like a gym or something similar?
No, I just prefer running because I am not great with bicycle. So I just prefer my 2 legs and, you know.
Okay, just go. Okay, that's great. Romantic films or thriller?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You like more the romantic movies or thrillers? Thriller.
Romantic movies.
Romantic one. Heels or sneakers?
Yes. Well, the heels look better, so heels.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Car or motorcycle?
Well, we have a car, but I would love to have a motorcycle.
Okay. It's a little bit of danger for ballerinas, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Abdominal.
I know. But you know, I go skiing and snowboarding every winter, so you know that's also dangerous for ballerina.
Yeah,
but you know, I do it.
Yeah, because I spoke with many ballerinas, and they told me we doesn't do it because it's too dangerous for our job, and you know, for the knees, you know, in mountain when they go, they just see, they don't do nothing because they have afraid.
Yeah, you know, I know it's dangerous and I know it's not the best, but you know, I love it. My son loves it. And you know, I live only one time on this planet. So I want to be safe, but I also want to have fun and make memories, you know, make memories for my family.
Okay, that's great. That's great, really. You like more the abdominals or push-ups?
Dominos or push-ups, like a domino playing or the push-ups?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't like push-ups. So I like dominos.
Okay. Okay. Maybe your husband is more for the push-ups.
Oh yeah, he's really good at push-ups. Yeah, not me.
That's great. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram. I never had Facebook, so.
Okay. You are introvert or extrovert character? You hear me? You hear me?
Oh, the connection is.
I don't hear you.
Yeah, the same. I didn't hear your question. I think the connection is
Okay.
bad again.
Okay. It's you are introverts or extroverts character?
I think I'm a little bit of both.
Okay. Okay. That's and you like more the city or countryside?
I am a city girl. I mean, I grew up in a city and I live in a big city, but there is nothing like getting away and enjoying the country. I mean,
Okay.
being in touch with nature is very important to me. I wish I could do it right now, but I'm, stuck in my apartment. But it's hard to pick one. I'm both. Definitely. I could see myself being happy in both situations.
Okay, that's great. Your favorite color?
My favorite color is green.
Green. Okay, hope. Yeah, the nature. That's great. Did you have a favorite food?
My favorite food, I have so many favorite food. Like, I like my traditional Georgian food. I love Italian food. I newly discovered that I love Cuban food. I'm a foodie. I
Did you
love,
have special dish who you know when you have that in
you
your
know what?
garden?
Croquetas.
What?
Croquetas. Croquetas.
Croquetas.
Yeah, my
Okay.
ultimate favorite. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And about theater, like a building, which is your prefer in the world? Who you haven't seen or you ever danced in your life?
Oh, so difficult to pick. I mean, they're all so mysterious and magical and meaningful, like there is nothing like dancing on a Bolshoi. It's, mind blowing. And you realize all these artists that have danced on the stage and, gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Or my own theater here with the Joffrey Auditorium Theater, 17 years of my career here. It's so special. It's my home,
Yeah.
Or when I go back and dance, it's Tbilisi. I've seen so many stars dance on that stage, the stars that
Okay.
I grew up admiring. So that is a majestic theater to me, or Kennedy Center or Lincoln Center. I can't pick, or the
Okay.
small intimate theater like Joyce Theater in New York. I have so many beautiful memories there that I, hope to carry for the rest of my life. So I can't pick a theater. They're my home, they're my heart, they're who I am. So.
Okay, that's great. And between Europe and USA, which is the difference between the two audiences about the people, and the difference of the mood who the dancers work between Europe and the USA?
The audiences. I mean, the audiences have been so amazing for me and to me, so supportive on any stage that I've stepped on. I find European audience will sit through the longer performances. I find that they don't mind having 3 hour long show. Like when I danced with John Newmeyer's, company,
Yeah.
his performance was 3 and 4 hours long, and the audience was not complaining. They had a great time. And that's the thing about a little bit about the audiences in America, that, they have to have a sort of shorter performances. I can see
Okay.
that we're trying to put up here shorter shows, because trying to be considerate that they have the preference of maybe a 2 hour show or an hour and a half
Okay.
show.
Not so long time. They just want to
Not so long.
enjoy, to give their energy and then go home. Okay, not to stay
Exactly.
there all afternoon. Okay. That's
It's just the
correct.
preferences, they're great either way, but it's just what people prefer.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Everybody, it's like in the mentality too, sometimes and your favorite city, not of course Chicago, outside of your town of now, your favorite city international.
Oh, my favorite city international. Okay. Well, my favorite place in general is Sardinia. I love spending time in Sardinia. It's my peace. It's my heaven. It's so beautiful. And my favorite city, it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick one, It's a challenging questions you're giving me. Um, You know what? I'm gonna pick New York, and I will tell you why. Because my family is in New York, and for me, the
Okay.
family is everything. So this
Okay.
is
Is the
why
heart then?
it's
Okay.
hard. It's the heart. Yeah.
And you come often in Italy for doing performance. I saw you in some galas, you know, because I saw you. You've been here in Italy for performing. But you
Um,
coming too much
wait,
often,
my
or
husband and
not?
I try to come for vacation every year. Every time we can, we try to go. It's beautiful. It's wonderful, and people are amazing, and the food, and I mean the countryside and the sea and the mountains. It's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, we are very wait, you know, this way. The
I
Italian
love
people are.
it. I love it. Yeah, I love
That's
it.
great. That's great. Your user coin shoes brand is
Freaks.
Fritz. Okay. And did you have a favorite stilista of the moda, a
Oh,
brand
style
of
of the
moda
model.
brand?
Yeah, yes, I wear crowns.
Okay.
I've I've
Okay.
been wearing that maker for many years,
Okay.
15 years maybe. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, I love my
Yeah,
point shoes. Yeah.
that's great. Your favorite flower?
Daisy.
Okay. And last one, it's did you have a ballerina of the past when you was young who inspired you, like to to see her like an idol?
Yeah, I had many inspirations. I was so lucky, growing up in Georgia, even if it was a war and everything, but the theater was so beautiful and it was always open, and Nina Naniashvili always came and brought a lot of stars,
Okay.
Soviet stars, but, Russian ballerinas were so beautiful. And also male dancers, Yuri Pasakov, and, he came and he quite often did performances, and I remember watching him as Albrecht in Giselle, and he was so generous with his emotions and with his feelings, and all the ballerinas he partnered, it was so inspiring. So I had many inspirations. I continue to have many inspirations, including like Natalia Makarova, old, or the new generations, and also younger than me dancers, can be so inspiring. If you
Okay.
look at them, their dedication, their different way of approaching things. For me, it's important to be inspired. In
Okay.
order to do my best, it's important to be inspired. And I believe inspiration is everywhere.
That's great. I think Nina now is the artistic director of State Ballet of Georgia or something similar.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, she's,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. For that. And did you have a choreographer who you didn't work yet, but you love to work in the future, or you tell to yourself, I would like to work with him, one time.
Yes, I would love to one day, maybe. Yes, I would love to maybe one day work with Matsek, a totally contemporary, but I love his work, and I just would love to try what it would feel like.
Okay. And when you start, you like more ballet classic or neo contemporary? And now with those in those years, is changing this one or is always the same?
How do you take the balloons out? Oh, I don't know how. I'm sorry. My little one came in. I don't know how I take balloons out, honey. They're under the pillows. Oh, I know. Thank you, honey. I'll take it in a minute. My 5-year-old wants to have a question. I'm sorry about balloons.
No.
But to go back to your question, when I started ballet at the age of 10 in Republic of Georgia, it's very like classical ballet. It's only
Yeah.
one way, classical way. There is no other choices. There are nothing else. Just, classical ballet. And, I loved it. I enjoyed it. But I was sort of always a free spirit. I mean, I was a hard worker and dedicated student, but I also loved moving and expressing. So one of the reasons why I wanted to, sort of go outside of my country and train somewhere else is to expand my ballet knowledge and my language of dance, which we have so many languages of dance.
That's
So
great.
I started getting into contemporary and modern and neoclassical, and I've got a lot of opportunities to do that at the Joffrey. I've danced some of Balanchine's work. I've
Mm-hmm.
worked with Christopher Wilden and Wayne McGregor and Yuri Posokov and John Newmeyer,
Yeah.
Lar Lubovich, you know, and just to name the few. And so I've have fallen completely in love with other ways of dancing. There's so many beautiful different styles, understanding. So I feel like as I grew as a student, my mind expanded as what ballet means, and I think it means so many things.
Yeah. That's great. Praticamente dice che in Georgia quando ha iniziato loro fanno solo classico in maniera molto tradizionale, invece la sua voglia anche, che l'ha portata anche ad andare negli Stati Uniti, è il fatto che aveva voglia di conoscere più stili in maniera più espressiva, sì, di esprimersi in maniera diversa, anche questo ha portato a questo. That's great. Did you have now in your free time hobbies or passions who you know you do in your free time?
Yeah, I love reading books when I have a free time. I mean, as you saw my little one, I have a 5-year-old, so he's my passion and my everything.
Okay.
But when I have time for me, you know, I love reading books. I love traveling. I can't wait to, you know, travel the world, and these are sort of my side things that I like to do.
Okay, that's great. And before and after you be mother, you know, how change your career, you know, with your kid?
Oh yeah, I definitely the change is there. The change is real. You know, it's he's my world. Where I thought the ballet was my world. You know, ballet is my passion and my ultimate dream. But I have another human being that I have to take care of, you know, and also put things in perspective, right? Like at the little things that I thought were like, oh, Victoria, you know, you didn't point your feet the perfected way. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean, it does in a studio, but ultimately, it I don't have to cry about it anymore. You know, it put things in perspective. I can just go on stage and be free and enjoy the time that I have on stage and give all of me to the audience and share my beautiful arts. You know, if I think I would say a lot of this self-doubt went away. You know, I'm able to embrace who I am much more and love who I am because, you know, this little human loves me so much, so I have no choice but, you know, love who I am the way I am and share that with people and share that with the audience. And ultimately, that's what it taught me.
That's great, that's really, really great. Praticamente da quando poi è diventata mamma, non è diventata adesso, anche se qualcuno la critica piuttosto che non gli interessa più di tanto, il suo piccolo umano là sa che c'è, è più spensierata, perciò si diverte, esprime molto di più, si sente più libera di esprimere se stessa. That's great. Last thing I would like to ask you before I tell is, did you have a moment before you enter in the stage who you tell to yourself, oh my God, today is not the day, you know, or the ansia wasn't so high, and you tell to yourself, today it's not a good day, but you enter the same to dance.
Oh, yes, of course. I have good days and I have bad days. You know, I've had moments where I'm like, oh, it's not my best right now, but you know, I enter the stage, you know, the curtain goes up, you know, show must go on, I hear my music, and you know, I had those like kind of like worried moments because, oh, this isn't my day, you know, this isn't my day, but it doesn't matter, it's my show, people came to enjoy it. So I put all that somehow, you know, all of us dancers are able to put that behind us, the worries, that little voice that is telling us today's not the day. We have to put it behind us and perform it and give a show, and at the end we always enjoy it. That's the thing, you know. Good show or bad show, it's a show, it's an opportunity to be on stage, and is what we want to be on stage, is why we live to be on stage.
That's really great. Okay, I would like to thank you about the second part of the interview in this way. I do them together and I can share them.
Of course.
uh, was a really pleasure for us to have you. And you know, in this way, when we do the collection, and I can speak about each dancer who be part of that, it's more important for me and for our students then when they learn it to, you know, because when this collection be here in Comacchio, then we do a little tour in different cities in Italy, and I would like the people, you know, can understand the story of every dancer. For that, I need many information about that. In this way, when I spoke about Victoria, I know something
Yeah.
about her. When I speak about another dance, I know something about them. And we really hope, I told you, next time you come in Italy and the situation be better, and of course we have the possibility to have you with us. In this way we can, you know, we can eat here after the master class and can spoke more, you know, more quiet and with more relaxed.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you so much. That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Grazie ancora, grazie
Thank
mille.
you.
Grazie mille Vittoria.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ciao,
Ciao.
ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
everyone. Bye.